KwaZulu-Natal has experienced another bout of severe weather at the weekend, causing more damage to infrastructure. Now, the Deputy Mayor of eThekwini and the Govt Minister, Dr. Nkosazana Zuma, on the ground earlier inspecting the affected areas. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli was following that story for us, and she's checking out what is happening on the ground. I hope we can get her live now. Lethiwe, good afternoon. What's the latest you can tell us following this visit by Dr. Nkosazana Zuma?
Well, Braden, this morning we were actually at the Tutuka informal settlements in Seacow Lake with the Minister and the Deputy Mayor, and they were currently just doing assessments on the weekend's rains damage. You'd remember that we had heavy rains over the weekend and it wreaked havoc in some parts of the city. We saw infrastructure damage and also some homes that were washed away. Now, this is round 2 for eThekwini, and of course, over the past month we've seen a lot of families that have been left homeless because of the floods. And with this assessment, the Deputy Mayor and the Minister were trying to gather information as to whether they will be able to move these people, because where we were, it's near the Umgeni River, and they were saying that that area is not safe for people to live in. And we also went to other areas in Durban where the Minister was trying to identify buildings within the city where these people could possibly be moved to. She's also saying that the provincial government of KwaZulu-Natal actually needs to come up with a plan that they need to present to national government when it comes to those fundings that they need. Now, you'd remember that a lot of departments within KwaZulu-Natal have said that they are waiting for funds from National Treasury so that they can start doing the work that they need to do. We spoke to Human Settlements not so long ago, the departments, and they did share that they are still awaiting funds. They're only using the funds that have been made available to them by their provincial department. Also spoke to Govt, who said the same thing, the Department of Education as well. And what the Minister is saying is that a plan needs to be presented to the National Treasury so that these plans that provincial government will then start to move, and these people that need shelter will then find that shelter. While speaking to the Minister a bit earlier on, but then this is what she had to say.
They need to produce plans that this is what is going to be done. But of course, we also need to work with other stakeholders in the repair of infrastructure who can also assist. So, yes, there will be some money, but I can't say all the 17 billion that has been estimated will be available immediately. No. Those will have to go with plans that are approved by Treasury.
So if there are no plans, seemingly, then the money won't flow, so there'll be little resources left, and the conditions on the ground remain very, very much tough, Lethiwe.
Of course, Braden, and I spoke to the affected victims of the floods, and they were sharing that they are getting impatient because they have been asking government to be moved. They did share that this incident with the floods is not something new for them. Just last month, they were actually dealing with a fire issue in that informal settlement where 2 people unfortunately died, and more recently now it's the floods. So they are saying that plans need to come through from government, and they need to be moved immediately. Not so long ago, I was in Tuzuma where I spoke to those victims that have been housed in community halls for now, and they were saying that there's nothing from government. They haven't been told when exactly they're going to be moved to those temporary housing units. And from the Minister saying that plans need to come about from provincial government, it shows you that for now, though that planning process has not been approved, which means that amount that they need to start making these moves will not happen anytime soon. I spoke to a resident as well who did share that they are just tired of waiting. They need the informal settlements to be eradicated, and they also need proper housing from government. This is what the resident had to say.
To be honest, it was easy to figure out as much as I can say. I just don't understand that all nalento informal settlements ukuthi why esakhona, because ugovernment engayenza nje ibe lula singaphili sibe nama issues anje ngalawo akuphela ukujondolo. That's what I can say. as long as abantu benganiwa blankets benike ibhontshi banike into ukudla, but still understand mina ukuthi why vele zomele still ne problem each and every time ekubeni ngabe siqeda ngayo inkinga ingabe khona at all. Mhlawumbe ngabe kungcono besikhuluma ngama formal settlements uyabo, because le yenza sense, because vele ngenzeka ukuthi umhlaba ukho right kodwa kungcono sendaweni e-right, because angicabanga ukuthi khona ubala eSouth Africa bangahlala izintweni njengalezi njengemkhukhu kanje. Kuba nini njalo sizozama ukulungisa ukuthi sekuyimjondolo kusho imjondolo kwalimala abantu. Ayenzi sense. I think government semele ithathe seriously. This is too much. This is too much.
Local resident in KwaZulu-Natal on the ground this morning, chatting a little bit earlier to Lethiwe Mdluli.